Welcome back, Niece. My boy.
Hello, mate.
AKA Computer Biff.
I'll tell you what, mate, that was a slog, that was, wasn't it?
Mate,
I don't know what, I still don't know what was happening. I still don't know what was happening.
So we had to change the time to be 1500 and we said we'll start at 1500. Like, we won't be a long one today because we need to do a hard stop at 22.
It was originally last night.
Yeah. Well, last night
it was 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Really good. Yeah. Then it was 3 o'clock, and then it took me 26 minutes to log into Zoom. But we're here, mate. How's things?
Yeah. So last night I got shit canned by Alicia and Shah, who have previously been on the show. They had other things going on apparently, but it is what it is. It happens, you know. But put out the bat signal.
What's that? Sorry.
Put out the bat signal and got my boy on.
Oh, I know. It's just I was going to FaceTime you anyway, and you were like, "We might as well put you on the podcast." Yeah.
Yeah, might as well.
How's the channel going?
It's going well, mate. It's going well. You know,
mate,
going up
leaps and bounds, isn't it?
Yeah, considering it started as just a means for me to talk about shit, it's now cracking on. Cracking on.
No, it's come on leaps and bounds.
It has, mate, and
some big names on there, Tommo.
I don't do it for the guests. It's nice having guests on. Don't get me wrong. As in, I don't do it for the blue tick guests, should I say? That's not what I did it. They help, obviously, but yeah, it's just nice to have a chat with fucking like-minded people. You know what I mean? Fucking all good, mate.
I watched Mason's fight.
He's a brute, isn't he, mate?
Brutal, mate.
He's a savage.
Absolutely brutal, mate. He's gonna be big time, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, he's off to the dizzy heights of the UFC now. He's just waiting for his fight.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, fair play to him. He's done well. Now watch his fight. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got one of those mentalities as well, where he's not happy with just getting into the UFC. He said that's not his goal. His goal wasn't just to make it to the UFC. His goal is to win the championship. I was like,
no, definitely.
You scare the shit out of me, really. You are the nicest guy in the world, but you scare the shit out of me.
Oh, mate. No.
I was thinking I should have given Dunny a fucking message, shouldn't I? He could have been sat in the other hot seat.
You're gonna have to get Dunny on, aren't you, Christy?
Yeah.
He just made me laugh on the WhatsApp group though. Some of the stuff Dunny comes up with. I'll tell you what, right? If you want to go fishing for something, you can get Dunny straight away, can't you? He just goes off.
He's a different type of fish than I am. I'm the flash to bang fish where you can just wind me up and I flash. Dunny, you could just wind him up with fucking all sorts, and he'll find a little thing to.
He's constantly on the group, and he's something's done his head in, and he's going off on one.
He loves it, mate.
No, he's funny. We'll have to get Dunny on.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to do a proper Gunners fucking three-way.
There's a few we could get on actually, couldn't we? We could have a few of the lads on. That'd be good.
Yeah. Well, I was supposed to have Burrows on until I dropped him in the shit.
What happened with that? Yeah, did you?
I'm guessing nothing happened with it, but
I remember Burrows.
I dropped the ball on that one.
Losing it on the group, weren't he?
Yeah.
Get the photo down.
I was only saying Merry Christmas.
You know what you should have done? You should have put some masking tape over his eyes, mate.
Oh, I should have just fuzzed his face out, shouldn't I?
His face out, yeah. He'd have been absolutely fine then.
And not tagged him in it. But he's
good. What's the plans going forward, Tommo?
Well, you know, at the minute, I'll still be working, key worker.
Yeah.
In the hot seat. But the good thing about my podcast is I have my guests via Zoom, or I tend to have them via Zoom. So podcast-wise, nothing's really going to change. If anything, it's going to work more in my favour because people can't do shit. So just get the boy on.
Yeah, well, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Everybody's just sitting around, aren't they?
Are you
met the most of it.
Are you ready? Are you ready for it?
Ready for what?
For lockdown, mate. Are you ready?
Lockdown.
Are you ready?
To be honest with you, right? I'm always on lockdown anyway, really. I go to work, come home, sleep, back to work.
Yeah. Groundhog Day, mate, I think they call it.
Yeah, I know. But no, it's going to be a slog for some people, isn't it?
Yeah, my missus, mate, she is literally she's working now. She's cutting some more hair at the minute as we speak. I think it's family she's doing now. But in 3 days, she has earned 721 quid cutting hair. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's like
everybody wants to get in, don't they, before the
yeah, it's mad though.
Show.
Like I was saying to her last night, I went, I love you and all, Kate, but of course you're going to close. And she was like, why? I went, it's not essential to have your hair cut. It's a luxury. She was like,
yeah, it is.
He was like, yeah. And I was like, so that obviously that was gonna.
It's funny though, isn't it? It's like people's priority. You're going to be locked in the house for 4 weeks. Nobody's going to see you, but
yeah. But you need your haircut, mate. At the minute, there's a bloke down here. I don't even know what his name is, but he's making waves. He's basically copying what that guy did up north in Liverpool with the gyms, where he refused to close and got the fines and what have you. Well, he's basically doing that with a hair salon. And he said he's not going to close. He had a PCSO come round his shop to give him a bit of a gypsy's warning and say, look, the police know that you're going to remain open. They've seen the Facebook post. He did a Facebook post and everything, mate. PCSO came round, give him a gypsy's warning. Look, the police know they will be round on Thursday if you fail to close, and you will get fined.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm going to remain open. Even if I can't go in my salon, I will do fucking mobile hairdressing. He's been on Kent Online. He's been on The Sun Online and all sorts. It's like, mate, you're doing this just to get your face about. Oh,
phone's going. Don't worry.
Phone's going.
There's gonna be no customers though, surely.
Well, that's what I thought. But there are dickheads that will go, well, I'll go and get my hair cut anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
But it's like, come on, mate, play the game. He was like, I'm not breaking any laws. Well, you are if they enforce the law. Then if they make that a law that you can't be open, you're breaking the law, mate. But
yeah, and everybody that goes to the salon is going to be breaking the law.
And I'll get fined as well, I think. I hope so.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope so.
I don't understand that.
I just want all these people to get fines because I'm horrible.
I don't know what the
It's all fake anyway. It's all a big conspiracy theory.
It's conspiracy theory for everything, isn't there? I'm fed up with conspiracy theories.
Oh, mate, it's just like watching. I like. Mate, everything's good. Like everything, like Trump now. That'll be a conspiracy that he got if he wins again.
Yeah, the election. It hasn't finished, has it?
It hasn't finished. They're still counting, but he's still celebrating, isn't he? And he's celebrating. Well, he's won it.
I think Trump said he'd won, didn't he? Yeah, but
I'm pretty sure they're still counting.
Yeah, they're still counting the ballots. So.
I still find it quite funny. I know that indirectly it sort of affects us trade-wise and things like that. But the amount of British people that give a shit.
I know, we get quite.
They're like, oh, the American election. Hey, you're British. We
get so involved, don't we? That's the thing. Yeah.
Just worry about our dickheads that we've got involved.
The stuff that's affecting us day to day. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Just fucking.
But how's work anyway with the lockdown?
Oh, ours is all right, mate. It'll be quite quiet if anything. If people are starting.
I was going to say for you, it's quite good, really, isn't it? I mean,
I want the lockdown so nobody goes to work, so I don't have to do anything. Just plod about in my car.
Your job's made 10 times easier.
Watching fucking The Witcher.
I was going to say it's made 10 times easier your job by just the principle of a lockdown. Obviously,
it's all fuck. If I'm honest, I just want it to be normal now.
I know.
I understand why they're doing it, but I'm also in that sort of fucking stubborn frame of mind where I'm like, just let people get on with it. Obviously, I'm not medically minded, so I'm like, just let people get on with it. If they get it, they get it. Deal with it.
there's so much more to it, isn't there? Than what
Yeah,
we
I know.
understand.
I know that. I just sound like a fucking.
It's just people get frustrated, don't they? I think that's so.
Everyone's an expert,
isn't it?
We've all got Google.
Yeah, exactly.
We've all got Google. We're all experts.
Everyone's getting frustrated, which is understandable, isn't it? But
yeah,
the fact of the matter is, we're all in the same boat, aren't we? So
yeah.
And
I saw on this morning, because housewife, when I'm not working during the week, so I watched this morning because that's the hub, mate. That's the hub of all the gen. And they were talking about, which is quite pertinent for the Grant Zero podcast, people's mental health and how we are socially inclined. That's why it's hard when you're going for a lockdown and you're allowed to see one person from another family, but that has to be outside, etc., which I totally understand. And I had a bit of excuse me, it's burping, apologies. I had a bit of a rascal comment back to me earlier on my I put a post up earlier about fitness, basically people saying that the gyms need to remain open, and I was saying I'm all for the gyms remaining open. Of course I am. The gym is fucking brilliant. Everyone loves the gym. It's
good.
It is pretty much essential to maintain a healthy lifestyle. I made the point that you don't have to train in a gym to remain a healthy lifestyle standard. You can do it outside. We did it for fucking years, mate. Go for a tab, go for a run, do some press ups. You only need like
that's it, isn't it?
A 2 meter by 2 meter square and a stopwatch. You can train. That was my point, right? And I've had a bit of a backlash from a comment, which I understand his point. A lot of people use the gym for their social reasons as well. They go there, they socialize.
Part of it, isn't it?
Yeah,
aspects of the gym as well.
He tried to give me a bit of shit, which is fine. I'm all for it. Bit of debate, a bit of back and forth, sure, but that wasn't my point. My point was you can train and maintain a healthy balance outside. If anything, you burn up to 20% more, and work 20% harder outdoors because obviously you have to acclimatize. But yeah, I can see his point about the social thing. But if you're going to throw that one out there, if you're going to throw the social angle out it, sure. Many people go to the pub to socialize, and that's their social outlet. Like my dad. My dad doesn't go to the gym. If he's going to work out, he goes and plays golf, and he does that on his own. When he socializes, he goes to the gym. Goes to the pub. That's where he socializes because that's the way he was brought up. That's where they socialize, blokes and women.
I think that's part of the problem with the lockdown, isn't it? I think people rely on gyms. I can totally understand that, but you know, it is a lot of people do get the social aspect of their life.
100%, and I totally agree with that.
Oh, you're back on, Tommo.
Hold on.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, mate. Hold on. My laptop's got a bit fucking weird on me, mate.
Is it having a wobble?
It's having a meltdown. It did this before. It's still working. There we go. It's unlike the Granite Zero podcast, I have technical difficulties. Did you get my last point? Did you hear? Could you hear me while I was talking?
I couldn't hear you. No, it just froze completely.
Just talking to myself.
I was literally sitting here waiting for you to come back on.
You were like, "Come on, mate." What? No, I was just saying. The gym is the A+ benchmark that you want. Like you can socialize, you can work out, you can hit the sauna, the steam room, etc. But sometimes you don't have that, and you can still socialize. I could phone up you and go, "Neat, I'm going out for a run in a minute. Do you fancy tagging along?"
Yeah.
Social distance, arm's length.
Yeah, and I think that's what we've got to do, isn't it? We've got to try and improvise as best we can. And,
you can go back to the old military motto: improvise, adapt, and overcome. Innit?
Do you remember? Do you remember when we used to do hanger fizz?
Hanger fizz, mate.
It was always rats. That was always rats, though, wasn't it?
It was
you
rats.
Never thought it was going to be bad. You know, I always used to think it's not going to be too bad. A bit of hanger fizz. It was brutal. Saw that.
The worst. It was
the worst, wasn't it? I think it was.
I remember when the PTI, I won't name his name obviously because that's Jack. When he first got into CrossFit stuff, and he was like, "Right, we're gonna do 1.5 miles of lunges, followed by a sprint to the finish, followed by this," and you're like, "Why would I want to do 1.5 miles of lunges?"
Was that the one where we went around the airfield?
Yeah, lunging.
I still remember that. Yeah. Oh,
Why?
that was dreadful. Dreadful.
Pointless.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, that was. Oh, yeah, that was make your eyes water time. That was 1.5 miles of lunges. Horrible.
Yeah.
Do you do? Are you still
a rascal
busy?
in the post the other day, mate? I got a rascal from Clarkey.
Did
Sent me
you?
a map of Kandahar, the AO.
Have you put it up?
I will do. Yeah, I'm gonna get a frame.
I was going to say it's probably not a bad thing to put up. To be fair, are you still fizzing?
Hey,
you still fizzing as well, Tommo?
Yeah, mate. I did a circuit this morning outside. Yeah.
You did it in your garden?
Yeah, all I did, put the Tabata timer on. I've got a couple of kettlebells and some bars that I use. Smashed out a good 25 minutes worth this morning before I carried on being Mr. Mum and clean the house.
Yeah, took on a daycare role.
Yeah. It's good though, mate.
That's decent.
Sometimes you just got to do a quick.
Can do that as well.
Sometimes you just got to do a blast. You know what I mean? Blast it out, get it done.
Yeah.
You don't always need fucking.
It's always getting started, isn't it? That's the hardest bit. Once you're into it, you're fine.
Mate, I really just wanted to play on the fucking Xbox this morning. He was there, he was looking at me, saying,
"It's so easy to do, isn't it?"
Tommo, turn me on. It's like in a minute, mate. In a minute.
And it's so easy to do as well. That's the thing, isn't it? And it's but you feel so much better after you fizzed. You feel
you know
10 times better, don't you?
It obviously produces all those positive endorphins that you need. So fucking you.
No,
I've always said it to the boot camp guys that I train. I always tell them, you're going to hate me for an hour while I'm training you, but you'll thank me at the end because you'll be like, I feel fucking good about it. And
are you still running though? Well, obviously not at the moment, but are you still
I did one the other day. To be fair, I haven't done one for a few weeks now because I'm podcast wise and work wise. I just haven't been able to give him any of my time. But hopefully I can get a few more in because I enjoy doing it. You know, a lot of people don't realise that I've been doing it since I was like 17 years old. Oh, that's what I did before I joined. Before I joined the military, I was a personal trainer in the mighty Hereford.
Yeah.
In the last 7 years, I've been doing the outdoor boot camps. So, you know, all the cues.
I was going to say, you should. Is that something you'd want to pursue?
Nah.
And try and do it.
More of a hobby, really. I actually like it. I like it being a hobby, but I also, to be fair, when I get the call, Tommo, can you do a session? I fucking love it, mate. I love writing out the programs. I love getting it ready, getting the kit sorted. I usually just do body weight stuff for them because I feel that if you can't move your body, you shouldn't be moving weights. That's my theory. Like
the thing is, you just because you can bench a lot, it doesn't necessarily mean you're you can't, if you can't do pull-ups or push-ups. And I always think that's from my take of being in the military was that if you wanted to get military fit or you wanted to get fit, like using your own body weight is
that's exactly what you need to do.
I always think if you can do a load of pull-ups, a load of push-ups, you're aerobically fit, so you can, you're quite decent at tabbing, you're decent at running, you're quite resilient, you'll have no problems.
That's no problem being military fit, not going through op massive and being unable to touch the back of your head because your biceps are too. But each person is different. You know, someone like Hilly would find it fucking hard just to do normal fizz because he was a giant anyway.
Oh, he's big, wasn't he, Hilly? I remember him.
Yeah. Fucking ridiculous. But you are right. That's why I think with the military fitness tests and things like that, like having the press ups test and having the pull up test and sit ups and things like that, and being able to run a mile or whatever it is as quick as you can. That's what you need to do. Not that I was never built to run fucking miles and miles and miles. I'm not designed for. I'm quick sprint, sure. You know, fire and move, smash that out. But Tommo, we're going for a fucking 10-mile run. Oh, brilliant. I'll see you at the back then.
It's just hanging out at the back.
put some fucking weight on me and go on, Tommo, go for a walk. I can do that. Quick walk and a sprint at the end. Get that smashed.
Yeah.
But
I think it is key. I think doing a bit of fizz every day.
Yeah, mate, 100%.
It's so important, isn't it?
I've started a little thing that I'm doing now.
You can squeeze it in.
So what I've started doing now, just throughout the day, I've set up some timers on my phone. So every hour or every couple of hours, it will send an alarm out and it will say, smash out 20 or whatever it is. So like the first couple will be 10 press ups, for example. Get an alarm, 10 press ups, Tommo. Smash them out, carry on with the rest of the day. A couple of hours later, just 20, smash them out. I just think just doing little bits throughout the day will do you fucking wonders, mate. And I think a lot of people get stuck in the mindset that when you go to the gym or you go to work out, you have to max effort everything and get all the fucking weights on, deadlift 205 kilos, fucking bench 115. You don't have to.
No, it's consistency. Consistency is key, I think. I think if you do a little every day, you know,
like my missus hates going to the gym. She hates it. She's never liked the gym. She hates the fact that when you go in, the inverted commas, the pretty boys, the fucking gym chicks and the meatheads all turn around and stare at you and make you feel very uncomfortable. And I've always tried to tell her, everybody goes to the gym pretty much for the same reason, to get fitter, to get better. But she prefers going to like a fitness class. I'm like, well, fine, do that. You know, everybody's different.
Yeah, exactly.
The same with your mental health. Everybody's different. But
exactly,
I like to take the mantra from someone like Tim Kennedy, who Army Ranger, Green Beret, fucking alley bastard, basically former UFC middleweight fighter as well. Just to add that onto his list. His saying is, he's got a couple. He's got one that's train hard every day, so you're the hardest person anyone has to kill. That's a good one. And the other one is train as hard as though you were the third chimp in line to get on Noah's Ark, and it's just started raining.
I saw that. Did you share that on your?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if it was you that shared.
I shared something like that.
It might have been one of the veteran-owned companies that had shared.
It might have done. They shared it, and I probably.
Yeah, I love seen that. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
But
it's good.
Training aside, you know, we've all got to just be fucking nice to each other as well. Like,
no, exactly. Yeah,
I was slagging off that bloke earlier for trying to make a living, and to be fair, he's just trying to make a living. I understand that, but rules be rules at the end of the day, and you're making it harder for everyone else by not doing the rules. But just be nice. Like I could be the bitchiest cunt the world has ever seen if I wanted, and I can be.
Yeah.
I have my moments. Don't get me wrong, but majority of the time, you just got to be nice, mate.
No, exactly.
Do you know what popped on my?
Just be kind, mate.
Do you know what popped on my timeline the other day?
What was that?
Me and you smashing the fucking nothing, the endless desert with the fucking LMG in CAF. Getting rid of the
on the ranges.
Yeah,
on the ranges. Yeah, I've got those videos on my. I've got them.
No rascal, mate.
It was just on.
It was on that range, give it big licks. Stoppage.
yeah, that's the. And there's just a load of the lads just giving me loads of grief.
Yeah.
I think it's Hammy. That's the one that's giving. But no, I've got those videos. That was quality. That was a quality down the range. That was, wasn't it?
That was. It was literally brilliant. Here's the ammo. Get rid of it. No problem.
Yeah, get rid of it. Yeah.
We smashed nothing. There was nothing to shoot at, but just
literally just sand.
And it's literally sand, off Jarhead. We shoot at nothing. We throw grenades. Nothing.
It was literally just firing into
brilliant until we realised, we've got to clean these.
Oh no, especially the gun. Everybody had gone through the LMG, and then I just remember sitting there in the evening, just at a gas plug that just had like an inch of crap on that I was just there with the carbon brush trying to get off. But that's the thing. It's all fun and games until you got to clean them.
Yeah, mate. Especially when it's like, you get to fire the fucking Jimpy and get rid of a load of ammo. You can fire the 50 cal if you want. It's like, yeah, give it big licks. Idiots.
And then it comes to cleaning it. Yeah, comes to cleaning it, mate. It's another story. So what's the have you got any guests lined up coming on soon?
I've got a few lined up in the pipeline. I'm waiting to hear back for some emails. I've got slightly confirmed. His agent has said yes. I've given him dates that we can do it if it fits around him, etc. And that's Tamir Hussain, who is from Football Factory. The Business. He's in pretty much all the Danny Dyer movies, basically. Layer Cake, things like that. He also helps run the charity Mind Soldiers, which I'm a soldier for because I'm Ali. So he's lined up, just waiting for the confirmation button to be pressed. Fingers crossed.
What was that called? Mind Soldiers?
Mind Soldiers. Yeah, I'll send you the link, mate. I'll put the link. Yeah. I'll put the link below.
You'd have to put. I was just say put the link in for people. Yeah,
I'll put the link in
because you've got Mind.
Yeah, you got Mind.
You've obviously heard of Mind, haven't you? The mental health.
Mind Soldiers is another fucking mental health style charity. Pardon me. And the other one that I'm still waiting to hear back from, and is an absolute soldier dad, that is Marcus Luttrell, aka the Lone Survivor.
Has he spoke to you?
I've been in comms with his agent, his booking agent.
Yeah.
So just waiting to hear back. So I had to give a big list of reasons why I want him on the show. I was just going to put because he's Ali as fuck, but I didn't think that would go down well. But yeah, we got. Obviously,
that'll be awesome.
Supposed to have Chrissy Dunn coming back in soon. Now he's had his nose fixed.
What happened to his nose?
He had his he had his septum fixed or whatever. He had a deviated septum.
Deviated septum.
Yeah. Hopefully they put his spine back in and what have you as well.
You know, he'll be giving you some stick later now. My phone's going to go off in a minute. You listen in a minute. Bing, 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 bing. Chris Dunn in the group. Chris Dunn in the group.
I'm trying to think who else I've got.
Oh, good.
I've got a few lined up. Yeah, I've had Eddie Cohn come back to me again. He was the former Met Police armed response guy.
He's been on, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been on. But he messaged me last night.
Yeah, I watched.
So basically,
I watched that episode.
I put my post out, didn't I, about it being shit canned fucking last night, and literally within hours. To be fair, it was a bit late, but within hours he went, "Mate, you should have just asked." I was like, "If I'm not, I didn't want to bother you. You know what I mean? I'll just bother Neason instead."
Yeah. No, I watched that episode. He's
spot on, mate.
Yeah, he's spot on. He sounds really good guy.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
So I've got a few things on. But unlike a lot of podcasts, I can actually sit and talk to myself for half an hour if I wanted. I don't get as many views, sure, but
that's good though, isn't it? It's the good thing I like about the podcast, Tommo, is it's your podcast and there's no editing. It's
my
raw,
baby, mate.
It's relatable. It's good. It's good. And if it helps people, you know, I'm surprised you've had some good feedback. You had good feedback.
I've had some really good feedback, to be fair. I've had quite a few watches on the documentary that I did. Had a few. I've got nearly 500 views, which is like the most I've ever had on anything that I've done, which is fucking awesome for me. But yeah, like I said on the show, on the documentary, sorry, I did the podcast. I've done that for me, so it helped me. But if somebody else watches it and listens and shares or whatever, and it stops them doing something stupid, then
no, exactly,
I'm doing something right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think what's good about it is it's very relatable to people that have been in the military or who are in the military, isn't it? I find it quite relatable anyway, and that's the good thing about the show. It's, you know,
a lot of podcasts out there will use Joe Rogan as the benchmark as always. Yeah, he's got millions of listeners and he has uber guests like Kanye West he's had on recently. But if you think about it, none of us can relate, really.
Yeah, it's quite hard to relate, isn't it? To you know,
like he had the Black Rifle guys on his show.
Is that Black Rifle Coffee Company?
Yeah, and obviously they're uber vets. They're like. But when you listen back to their show, yeah, it's a good episode, but it's like they could have spoke more about other things within the podcast itself, I thought. But it's a bit like when I had Adam Dorito on, for example. We had a bit more of a connection military wise than when he was on my brother's. So he did Darren's Obsessive Conversive podcast, and there wasn't as much going on. Yeah, his story was still told, which is a weird, fucking outrageous story that doesn't even sound real, but it is. But when he came on with me, it was a lot more military style banter going on and things like that, which is always good. You know what I mean?
No, that's good, and that's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, mate.
Like you say, if it helps one person, then it's worth it, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So what's going on in the world of what's going on in the world of Neason then? Come on. Oh, feedback.
Not a lot, really, to be honest with you, mate. Obviously, I'm working a lot, and
you still making people cry.
I try not to.
Good.
I've been doing loads of shifts. I'm doing a few courses now as well, a few more courses.
Oh, that's good.
So I don't really stop, if I'm honest with you, Tommo. I'm trying to do as much phys as I can between my my shit. Obviously, I work 13, sometimes 14-hour days. So you can leave the house at 6. I don't get back till 8:30, but I still try and do what I can in between my time off. But between university courses, working, and lockdown, there's not an awful lot more going on. I'd like to do. There's loads of things that I'd like to do, but at the moment, I'm like everybody else. I'm trying to make the most of a bad situation.
Make the most of what you got, haven't you? And
exactly, yeah. So I'm just using my time wisely, really.
Has it chilled out a bit more? Like, obviously, the last couple of times you were on, it was fucking rammed. Oh,
I think the thing is, there's pressures everywhere, and I think being brought in, I think he's to reduce some of the pressures on across the whole of the NHS. I don't know. It's going to reduce it, obviously, abide by the rules, and you'll see that the R number shot well below 1 and then over the past few months it's gone above 1 again, which is the reproduction number, which if it goes above 1, I've obviously seen the graphs. If it, so for instance, if it's 1.5, every person that gets the virus is going to infect 1.5 people effectively. So if you watch that spidergram out, it's scary. It's really scary. So I think the important thing is that everybody just kind of tries to play the game really, and do what they can, because it's not easy staying at home. And
of course not.
The problem is enough. I do feel for people that are self-employed and lose their jobs and stuff. That's dreadful, isn't it? I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. But everybody's just got to do what they can to try.
It's like you said, you've got to play the game
to try and reduce the pressures.
Like, I joke about me saying everybody. I joke about it saying everybody should just crack on, get back to normal. That's like the jokey side of me saying it. But you got to play the game. The government and the fucking health advisors have said, look, we got to fucking stamp this out, otherwise it's going to go out of control again.
Yeah, exactly.
Do what they say so that we can get back to fucking normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the
all
thing,
well and good saying,
I'll
just go do what I want to do. Fuck off.
Yeah, everybody can understand the frustration. Like, of course you can. People do want to get back to normal, and it's having quite a profound effect on people's mental health as well, isn't it? I think it's,
of course,
a lockdown. I don't think they, I think they understand the effect it has on people's mental health. And I think it goes back to what we were talking about before, Tommo, the fact that people lose that that social interaction, and for some people that's quite, that can affect them quite badly. Being in isolation and not having that. So, and we feel quite fortunate that you live with family and stuff like that. And for people that live on their own,
it's on their own, and
it's a lot worse. But I think it comes back to, Tommo, what you said. You just have to be kind, don't you?
It's an absolute dream living on your own. I'd love to just live in the shed, mate.
Do you know what you should do, Tommo? You should get bunk beds in your shed, mate. You could have the lads over.
I'll just live in here, mate. Fuck them lot down the bottom. They can live in the house.
I was going to say, you could just
live in here with my spiders.
Get a bunk bed in there. Get yourself a fridge. You're away. A microwave. George Foreman. Get yourself a George Foreman.
I don't know. We weren't allowed one of those in an actual block, so I don't think I could be trusted with one in a shed, mate.
No, so have a George Foreman in your wooden shed.
Burn the shit down.
But no, I'm glad to see the podcast is coming on leaps and bounds, and it's probably only going to go from strength to strength now, isn't it? Hopefully, anyway.
Hopefully, mate. One day I'll get picked up and be living the dream.
When you're on YouTube with 4.5 million followers, then don't forget me, Tommo.
I'll have my boy on. I'll be like,
no, yeah, but you know what would happen, Tommo? Your videos would have like 3.2 million views. I'd come on, it'd be like 42 views.
You're giving yourself
next
a bit.
One. Next one, 3 million. Then start the video and go, I've had enough. Put Joe Rogan on.
Yeah, put Joe Rogan on.
But no.
Go listen to what Kanye's got to do with his bipolar.
Oh no.
But yeah,
Kanye
mate.
West. Was he on? I haven't watched that Joe Rogan one.
I haven't seen that
Kanye
episode
West.
yet, but yeah, he finally had him on. He's been asking for him for fucking years that he wanted Kanye on.
Oh, really?
I think within a day of him coming on, he had like 4.8 million views on YouTube in a day. God knows what it is. That's now. Crazy. Should we have a look? Hold on. I've lost my fucking internet connection on my phone. How have I got internet connection on my phone, on my laptop, but not on my phone?
But not on your phone.
But you know what I'm like. I've
it's like a
shit
admin,
and I've got no data on my phone. So
when you text me earlier saying got no data, I thought, God, Tommo, I was going to send you some data.
Those are the days. Felt like a kid.
Those are the days, man. Bluetooth and infrared.
Yes, mate.
You Remember infrared? Do you know when you used to have to hold the phones together to send something?
That's mental, though.
I used to do it in school underneath the table.
Who designed that?
But the infrared?
Just fucking technology, mate, is mental.
I used to think, my mind was blown when I realised that I could send a photo from my phone to my friends by putting those little infrared things together and sending it through that.
If you really
take about 5 minutes to send a photo.
I have no idea how that works, but somehow it does. And someone thought of that.
It's quite good. It's good, isn't it? I tell you what the best one was, Tommo, the classic.
Oh.
Dial-up internet.
Yes.
Did you ever have dial-up? Yeah, and then your mum used to get mad because she'd pick the phone up and it'd just go.
Yes. You want the internet? Yes, mum.
I'd be on an MSN Messenger upstairs, and my mum would go absolutely loopy because she ain't got a phone.
Showing your. Oh, that's because your mum didn't have a mobile, so she had to use the house phone. And you're trying to chat with your buddies on the rascal MSN Messenger. LOL. BRB.
LOL, yeah. And it used to use, you remember LimeWire? Used to take me 40 minutes to download a 3-minute song.
I remember once I started downloading a shit ton of porn, and I went on holiday and I came back and it was there in all its glory. It's like, yes.
Thank you for that.
And then we had all the viruses. All the viruses on the laptop then.
Well, do you remember in I don't know if it was Bastion or CAF. I can't remember, but we had internet there, but it was like going back, wasn't it? It was so slow.
Yeah.
Because I remember I brought,
we had internet in both Kandahar and CAF.
I went on iTunes to try and buy some music, and it was like going back to my early teens of trying to download LimeWire.
Because you had your limit or whatever it was. So you got your minutes in the little card, type it in,
log your own.
But you could buy the premium internet for like however many dollars.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I remember that. Was that unlimited? I don't know if it was unlimited or not, but I know you got a lot more.
You had like unlimited minutes for.
Those were the days, Tommo.
Whatever it was, fucking brilliant. When I was on HQ, obviously I'd have that.
Yeah.
Because always on camp, because I'm a Remph. Rear echelon motherfucker, I was.
I used to like listening to you on the radio, Tommo. Listening to you on the radio.
I used to just try and make the radio fucking transmissions jolly, mate. With a hint of sarcasm.
I used to look forward to my 2 a.m. radio check with you.
I remember getting.
I used to go on Stag and think.
I used to get in a lot of shit for sending the football. In the daily,
yeah, I remember you used to do that. Yeah,
in the daily down rep or whatever it was, I used to send the football scores over. You can't send that. That is not important. Well, it is. It's morale. So
that's brilliant. Right, Tommo, I'm gonna have to love you and leave you.
That's no problem, mate. Late. Are you late already? Is it? That's
thanks for
that's all good, mate.
Thanks for having me on anyway. And
no problem. Anytime.
We'll have to get Chris Dunn and a few of the other lads on, and we'll do a bit of a.
Yeah, well, we can get as many.
A round table.
Get up to like 8 people on Zoom. So get some of the lads on. Get Dunny in the. That'll be. And they can have a brief insight into our WhatsApp group.
Into our WhatsApp group.
Yeah, mate.
I wouldn't want to do that.
No,
right, Tommo. I'll speak to you soon. All right, mate.
Yeah, see you later, mate. You have a good one.
I'll catch you later, Tommo.